When you're watching this video, I would have just turned 30. So perfect timing for me to look back on the past decade and share my best style advice. The first and perhaps the most important advice is to experiment. When you're in your 20s, think about the life stage that you're in. Dressing as a young professional could feel very different from dressing as a student. And the best thing to do is to experiment with various styles. You can and should go look at the trends, really push the boundaries and see what are the styles that truly stick to you. This doesn't mean that you need to be shopping all the time. One thing that I've learned is actually to just going to the stores. If I feel like I couldn't figure out what types of clothing looks best on me, or I just want to try different things, I would just go into the store and pick up a bunch of outfits with no intention of buying and go to the dressing room to try them on. You will be surprised. This might be the way to find some of the best pieces and styles that fit you the most. And this doesn't cost you a penny. I know that in the recent years, there are so many capsule wardrobe, minimalistic style videos on social media, especially YouTube. But it doesn't mean that when you're in your 20s, you have to confine yourself into a capsule wardrobe just to reduce waste. In my opinion, fashion is all about making you find your identity, not just your style identity, but also what matters to you most in life. How do you show up to the world? Now, whenever you are feeling ready to buy, before you go ahead and splurge or pay any amount of money on a fashion piece, really ask yourself, do you know, can you name at least 3 to 5 occasions of where you are going to wear it? When are you going to wear the item? What items are you going to pair this thing that you're about to buy with? And this rule of thumb is going to help you tremendously in bringing in pieces to your wardrobe that you are truly going to enjoy and use and style versus just buy something because it looks nice on the hanger or because it's popular, because it's trendy. And it might feel very daunting at the beginning because when you're in the shops or when you're shopping with friends, you just feel excited. However, the more time you spend on actually thinking and brainstorming in your head how you are going to and when and where you're going to wear the item, the more quickly you will be able to instantly go to the shops, look at the items, and pick out the items that will work for you. And that is probably one of the first steps to truly pinpointing what your style is. Next advice, don't feel too guilty about buying fast fashion. I know that in the recent years, the society, especially in the fashion world, so many more people are paying attention to sustainability. I've actually made a dedicated video about what is the right way of shopping fast fashion. Especially in your 20s, we don't have the necessary huge amount of disposable income, or maybe you don't want to spend all of your money on fashion, then perhaps sometimes fast fashion is the route to go. There are so many fast fashion pieces in my wardrobe, including this shirt that I'm wearing now, that I've owned for years, but the quality truly does hold up. The other thing to note when it comes to figuring out your style is really paying attention to the silhouette of clothing. Figure out what suits you the most. Just to show you an example, I'm wearing this 2-piece set from Zara years ago that I love every single year and bring it out. What I've realized over the years is that because my head shape is actually quite big, I want my shirt or top area of my body to be actually pretty expanding in terms of volume so that proportionally my head could feel a little bit smaller. And because my waist is the smallest part of my body, I love to wear things that's high-waisted, that really cinches in on the waist. And this is all learned through years and years of trial and error. Paying more attention to the silhouettes that fit you the most is going to get you a very long way in terms of really honing in on that fashion style that fits you the most. This advice is related to occasion. occasion wear. I don't know if you've ever gone through phases where you feel like if I've worn a dress to a wedding, I better not wear that same dress to another wedding or another occasion because I've taken picture and I've posted on my social media. That is such an outdated and unhealthy idea. You should never let social media prevent you from wearing a piece multiple times. I actually don't think you should distinguish occasion wear from casual wear. I love finding casual ways to style my more dressy pieces and vice versa. So go creative, come up with new ideas of wearing the same pieces, perhaps with different accessories, perhaps by adding a belt or rolling up the sleeves. There are so many ways to do little things to change up your entire look completely without having to purchase a new item. So the next time you're planning for a special occasion, go to your wardrobe and ask yourself, is there a piece that I can jazz it up a bit or use different accessories to create brand new looks? This next idea I talked about in my fashion lessons learned from the subtle art of not giving an F. The most important thing to note is you really do not need to care about other people's opinions, especially when it comes to fashion. This is such a creative and subjective field that if you spend most of your energy caring about what others may think, first of all, nobody cares because we always live under this spotlight effect where you always feel like you are at the center of the universe, and I do too, but that is absolutely not the case. If you walk down the street, I guarantee you that none of the passersby would even remember what color of outfit that you're wearing. In your 20s, your body is changing so fast and your style may be changing really fast too. I have a great example of myself in two different passport pictures. You could absolutely not even tell that those photos were from the same person because my body and my face shape even has changed so rapidly from when I was exactly 20 to now when I am exactly 30. And the most important lesson of today is to dress for yourself. And this applies whether you're 18 or 80. It's so important to experiment in your way. Try out things that you prefer and putting together outfits that you feel the most confident and happy in.